So garden hacks, they've become quite a buzzword in social media and on YouTube. Now, time to test which ones actually work. So today I'll be testing 5 different hacks, and you might have seen them across social media. So the first one I'll be testing is age-old banana peel. Now, what I'm aiming to test during this experiment is, does it affect germination? And the banana peel, what I've done, I've cut it up into small little pieces to see how that might affect it. The next thing that I'm testing is eggs. So more specifically, eggshells. So what I've done, I've crushed these all up into individual pieces, making them much smaller, and hopefully that allows it to break down a bit quicker. Now, some people say that eggs add extra calcium. Of course, in this experiment, we are testing the actual germination, maybe not the long-term effects, so that should be interesting to see. Next, we are testing coffee. So, like many of you, I imagine, I like drinking coffee. I have my own coffee machine, so I get a lot of this each week. Now, with coffee, you can see it's quite fine, and what we're looking to test is how effective is this at helping our plants germinate. And I'll run quickly through in a second what I'll be using to test this seed-wise. Also, I'll be using some vermiculite. Vermiculite, very common and popular thing to use alongside germination, so I'll be testing that. Additionally, and lastly, I'll be testing perlite. Now, perlite is there alongside vermiculite often in stores, so we'll see, does that have any effect? Now, the aim of this channel is to firstly test things. I have a biochemistry background. I've been growing plants for many years, and I'm very keen to improve the germination rates of plants and help you guys do that as well. Now, I've already done this for us. Just let me get it up here. Right. So in this one, we've got the eggshells. So it's all on top. I'm using it as a mulch. That's what the idea of this is. Now, some people say bury the banana or let it go into the soil. The whole point of this is around germination, so it's more around the mulching aspect. We can test the long-term effects maybe in a later video. Additionally, we have our banana, as you can see, all nice and on top. A bit wet because I've been watering them. Additionally, we've got coffee, so the coffee looks much nicer, I'd say, on top. And we've got the vermiculite once again, and lastly we've got the perlite. Once again, it's all mulched and on top. And critically, for any type of good science experiment, we have a control, and the control is there to see, does it actually have an effect, or maybe the mulch is actually making it worse for germination. And that's what the control will hopefully show us. Now, you might be asking, okay, what are we going to use? What seed are we going to use? That's very important. Now, we want to see some quick results. So for that, I'm using cress. So it's fine curled cress, pretty much the easiest thing to grow, I'd say, like children grow it. So pretty straightforward. I also plan to expand this to further experiments, further different crops, see if it has any effect long term as well. Now, using pretty standard controls here, and we'll see which ones actually work out. Just let me know which ones you think will work out. If you think maybe any of these will inhibit the actual germination or inhibit growth, that could be quite interesting as well, because these garden hacks are very commonly recommended or used, maybe in different ways, but of course, we can only really verify that by testing. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And subscribe for more. And one thing I forgot to mention in the video was what soil I was growing, so that's pretty important. I'm not using any like homemade stuff. The reason for that is I wanted to standardize this and make it sort of more applicable to what a lot of people can get. So what I've used in this case is I've used Miracle Grow. So it's peat-free Miracle Grow. Pretty generic, and I've not really used it much before for this purpose, generally for miracle grow and for germination, I would use either homemade compost of some type, but also use maybe cuttings, so some type of like special sort of seed compost. And the reason for that I can cover in another video, but essentially it's thinner generally, and it doesn't have maybe so many lumps in it. But yeah, I've tried to keep everything standardized, and that being for the smaller plants as well as the larger ones. And yeah, we'll see how that goes on.